I need to chat theories. I'm having a hard time, and so that's what I need in my life. So, this is a Swiftie theory chat. Please join me. Shall we clown? Shall we clown? Yeah. Did I see Taylor and Travis after the show? I did see them after the show. It was really funny. My mom and I were kind of up in the nosebleeds, and I was like, the show ended, and I was like, okay, Mom, so Taylor and Travis need to exit here or there. And the one I said here was like on our side, and the there one was behind, so we wouldn't be able to see them. And I was like, do you want to wait and see if we can see them? And she was like, yes. So we sat there, and they came out way faster than I thought possible. I didn't even have time to get my phone ready. That's why I don't have a video, because it was like, I can watch them or I can try to get my phone out, and I chose to watch. So we did see her and Travis exit. I do not have video evidence of that, and that's okay. It was very fast, Flower. Yeah, it was so fast. So fast. But it was so much fun. Thank you to Taylor, who just told my Discord I was live. I always come in here and I'm just like, oh, I think I'll just go live and like forget to tell my Discord. You went to Swiftie with your younger sister and she had a blast. Yay! I went with my mom. That's how I feel too. Like, core memories made, right? Core memories. Yeah, send me a video, Veronica. I would love to see it. Or tag me. TikTok is weird about letting you send things through DM, and Instagram filters out half my DMs. Or I think you can email it to me if you want to. My email's in my bio too. I was at night 2 as well, Flower. Yeah, I was at night 2. Can we talk about the potential documentary timeline? Yes. Let's. You saw me at the hangar. Yay. Documentary timeline. So here's the thing, and here's what's so hard right now about Easter egging at all, right? Is that we have the Eras Tour and any potential projects that she builds off the Eras Tour, but we also have Reputation and Debut and a potential TS12 that she could be Easter egging. So it's really hard to discern like what we're even looking at. Hi, Kate. It's really hard to discern what we're looking at. So a documentary timeline is really hard without knowing like if she's going to do the documentary next or if she's going to do Reputation next. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to like pull those out and line them all up. But here's my thought. I think she's Easter egging for a documentary, without a doubt. I don't think that's going to be the next announcement we get, though. I think we might hear a couple, one, potentially 2 re-record announcements first. Oh, you can find out easily who I voted for by checking my reposts or on my videos. I'm not talking politics in this live because I just need a mental break personally, but if you're curious, you can see it. I've never been quiet about those things. Anyways, no, my crew neck is not sticky. The documentary timeline is just really hard because we just don't know what's coming next. We just don't know. So I think we'll get a Reputation and a Debut announcement before we get a documentary announcement, but I do think we will get a documentary. I personally see it in my head. What I'm envisioning is announcement of them both with release dates. I have no idea when. I have not thought that far ahead. Maybe we'll get one of the re-records, documentary somewhere in there as well, and then eventually move on to TS12. In my head, TS12 is fall of 2025, and that's fast as hell. I know it is. I know that's so fast, but not really. Not really, though. When you think, like, when we think about the fact that she spent 2 years working on Torture Poets Department, and 2 songs are confirmed about Travis Kelce. So just like the weight of that writing process pulled out over 2 years, the fact that of the 31 songs on there, 2 of them are about Travis Kelce says to me that she was writing a whole lot after Travis, exactly Kelce. And so like she has to be sitting on just like a ton of material. Thank you guys. So when I think of it that way, that she already wrote 2 album-worthy tracks, and it's been at least 6 months since she wrote those, you know, I think that there's a solid chance that we see TS12 fall of next year, truly. Is Taylor going on Sunday? I sure hope so. I'm going on Sunday. So look for me. And if you're going to the game, say hi if you see me, for sure. Currently heading out to Omaha to see your son's family, and then heading out to Casey for the game. That's so fun. That's so fun. My dream surprise song, I've had a lot of dream surprise songs that I've been lucky enough for Taylor to play. I just heard Maroon in Indianapolis, and that was one of my dreams. I guess, yeah, Ashlyn, I guess like at this point, I would love to hear I Bet You Think About Me, but I'm happy. You know what I mean? I feel very fulfilled by the shows that I saw, and I'm very happy. Toronto will be a lot of fun. I'm so excited for you guys. You want to hear Long Live? Yeah. I don't know. Reputation Taylor's version announcement November 10th. That would be a Sunday. I just don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I don't see Taylor not announcing on the Eras Tour. But I also have to admit, I don't see her announcing on the Eras Tour because she's already done that twice. So I'm struggling just a bit with how she's going to announce this. I'm just not sure. Hi, Alexandra. How are you? Oh, Espresso was the surprise song I never knew I needed. I gotta admit, I agree with you. You got a picture with me. Hi, Taylor. I remember. How are you? I did not know how much I wanted or needed Sabrina Carpenter in New Orleans. It was actually really funny. So my friend that went to New Orleans with me, Justine, she's the woman that actually got the tickets. She got them during the pre-sale, and then she invited us to go with her. I am very lucky. Yes. We were actually talking that morning at breakfast about how much Sabrina and Gracie specifically have grown. Just in the short amount of time that they had grown opening for Taylor at the Eras Tour, right? And I was like, it got brought up because I was like really excited to see Gracie. I was like, you're going to be so impressed. Like, I saw Gracie when she opened for Kansas City, and then I saw Gracie on her Us tour just like a month ago in Kansas City. And I was telling Justine, you're going to be like so impressed with her because she has gotten so much confidence, and like as a performer, she's just like so much better. And then like literally in the same breath, I was like, I wish I could have seen Sabrina Carpenter open up for the Eras Tour because I love her. And I feel like same thing. Like, I feel like she's grown so much. Thank you, Brie. And then freaking Sabrina Carpenter came out that night at New Orleans. Like, did I manifest this? I think I might have. Unintentionally, but I think I might have. Gracie is so good. Yeah, her set for the Eras Tour is so, so good. You were never a Maroon fan, but that mashup in Indianapolis changed your mind. I loved it. With Cowboy Like Me, it was so good. It was so good. I've always been a Maroon stan. Like, that was my immediate first, like, favorite. I don't really know what's happening with my hair here. That was, like, my immediate first favorite off of Midnights. So it was, like, it was really nice to hear. Do you have advice for the Christmas drop? I'm really scared. Don't be scared. So, yeah, I mean, like, the thing with the holiday drops is, like, the way that it was last year, the holiday merch didn't really sell out. The holiday merch was just kind of there. The thing that's tough is the Black Friday drops. The Black Friday, and also we need to keep in mind too that the merch store has changed. The holiday collection last year is the reason the merch store has changed, because it went so poorly and they missed like all the dates. So it could be vastly different this holiday. I expect it to, but the way it used to work in the past is like the holiday collection would just be like a holiday sale, and maybe it sold out at first, but it usually restocked just fine. And then the Black Friday sale was the one that was tricky. So the Black Friday sale would go up and they would have just like general merch, but then throughout the day, things would restock. And those restocks were not just recent merch. We would see random restocks of snow globes, old cardigans, old vinyls that haven't been in stock in years. There was either last Black Friday or the Black Friday before, there was a running joke online that the intern was just finding boxes of backstock and uploading it on the site, because there would be t-shirts that we literally haven't seen since the 1989 era that was the Great War Ginger, yes. And they would go up on the site and there would be like 35 in stock. They would sell out like instantly, basically. That is what was hard. So my biggest piece of advice is, on Black Friday, if you're shopping, turn on your alerts for merch from Twitter if you have it. Because what's going to happen, or what did happen before, is it wasn't the general sale that had those rare items. It was those restocks throughout the day. And so if you weren't keeping an eye on your phone and like watching what was restocking when those alerts came in, you missed it. So that's my biggest piece of advice, is follow the Twitter bots and turn your alerts on, especially for Black Friday, because those are the big sales, at least in the past. And again, it could all be completely different. The book and the anthology drop online at Target, not on Black Friday, it's the day after. So Black Friday, I think, is the 29th, and they drop on the 30th. Oh, I'm sorry that I missed you, Cindy. We were, it was a very quick trip. So we actually drove in on Friday. And then I didn't even see any of my friends on Friday. I kind of just went to dinner with my parents and then went home, or to the hotel. And then Saturday was kind of the day that we did events. We did a Shake It Off festival in Carmel, and then an event at the Hangar in downtown Indy, which was so cool. Probably one of my favorite Swiftie events I've ever been to, actually. And then the show on Saturday, and then Sunday morning we woke up and just got out of there. So there's like Taylor Twitter bots. You can just search. I currently am not planning on going to the game. The only game I have currently planned is the one on Sunday. I'm not opposed to going to more games. Like, it's just not something I've thought about, to be honest with you. So, yeah. You went on Friday to the show? That's very exciting. I hope you had a really good time. Hi. It's afternoon, I guess, here at this point for me. Oh, the Hangar. You went to the Hangar on Friday. So, I'm glad you went, and I hope you had a good time. I was talking to the owner of the Hangar, and he told me that Friday was their best day, like sales that they had done and attendance, and that Saturday beat Friday by 30%. And I've seen him post that this was like their best weekend so far. So that makes me really, really happy that like the Swiftie event was their most successful event, that the Swifties were in Indianapolis supporting a small locally run business, and just having a blast in a setting that was safe, affordable. It was just really inclusive, and it just felt like a really good time. Yeah. It was a really cool event. The owner was super nice, right? Like, I met Brian a couple times. I, like, you know, of course, I went to find him when I got there because he had invited us to come. And, yeah. Oh my gosh, Alexa, you should have said hi. You guys are never bugging me. I need you to know that. I enjoy meeting you guys out in the wild. I feel like we've all, like, built this little community together. And so, yeah, I really love meeting you guys. Please know that you're, like, never bothering me. I want to meet you guys. It was a little overwhelming. I think just because I didn't think anyone would be there. I didn't think anyone would go to see me is the thing. And so that's kind of, at first I was a little bit overwhelmed because, like, at one point there was, albeit a very small little queue, but there was a small queue to talk to me. And I was like, what? Like, that's so nice. So yeah, I did feel a little overwhelmed. I think just because I didn't expect people to go want to say hi to me, you know? So it was really cool. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I have that Karma's the guy in the Chiefs bracelet. I haven't unpacked my show stuff from Indy yet. I put them all in my bag and I was like, I can't. I just like put the bag in my bag. I think I missed a couple. Staying in Kansas City after the game. If you are wanting Kansas City recommendations, I would follow Kate in KC. She's really good at those. I'm notoriously bad with recommendations. Yeah, I'm just like really bad at them. Do I think she'll show up on Sunday to the awards? Is it the EMAs? I don't. I think she'll be at the Chiefs game on Sunday. Yeah, I think she'll be at the Chiefs game on Sunday, but I don't know. You never know with her. Thoughts on Debutation. I actually just posted a video. You should go watch it. I think it's pretty fun. I love the idea of Debutation. I preface with, I don't believe she will ever release 2 albums at the same time. 2 separate albums at the same time. Because I'm there. Like, the charting, like, I agree with you. I hear that 100%. Co-signed, stamped, approved. I'm with you. But I don't think she's above releasing them very close together. Like, sister albums. I mean, like, let's bring it back. She released 2 standalone albums, only 5 months apart from each other. So, like, why wouldn't she release re-records in a shorter amount of time? Like, she did with Speak Now in, 1989, but that was what, 4 months? 9, 10, 3 months. So, yeah, I mean, she already did it, so it makes sense. And we can't forget, too, that she was egging 1989 and Speak Now together. She did a merch drop that was a joint merch drop. She did a couple music videos where they were both Easter egged at the wazoo. Yeah. Hey guys, it has been like a heavy AF week. I'm not talking about Taylor Swift style and I'm not talking about politics in here. I know that is a privilege. I am taking my like 90 minutes on this live to utilize and exercise that privilege. So I would just love to shut that down because I am just fucking spent. This is a clowning live. I want to chat Taylor Swift and just kind of like refill my cup a little bit. So if you guys can be with me on that, I would super appreciate it. If you have any questions about how I feel politically, please head to my page. I've got all the reposts. I've got videos. It's no secret. I just don't want to talk about it. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. I love you. What if she added a debut song in the Speak Now section and like combined the two? I think that's possible. Let me say this. I don't think anything is impossible right now, right? Like she's doing whatever the hell she wants. I don't know if she would do that. I don't know if she would do that, but I can't say that she wouldn't either, you know? I don't know. It's the Down Bad crew neck. It's from Taylor's website. How do you think she'll announce both albums? I have no freaking idea. In my head, it's on the Eras tour, but like, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I don't think she's going to redo what she's done before. So that's part of why I'm sort of enchanted by this idea of Debutation, because I do think it would be something different to announce 2 albums at the same time. She's never done that before, so that would be something very interesting. But I don't expect her to do it the exact same way she did Speak Now and 1989. And so, you know? I just don't know. No, I agree with you. Why the hell is she gatekeeping the 1989 outfits if not for announcements? I'm with you. I have no idea. But why the hell did she gatekeep I Did Something Bad for so long without an announcement? Or why did she gatekeep a new Reputation bodysuit for so long without an announcement? Because she fucking can. And that's scary. You know what I mean? Like, that's scary. It's just, it could be for kicks and giggles. And that is like so scary to me, you know? Right. And then the fact that she's already repeated I Did Something Bad now, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, that's why I do feel like it's a Debutation egg. Because, like, why hold on to it? Why hold on to it and do it in London without announcing? And then why hold on to it and do it in a mashup? Because it's Debutation, right? Like, she did it in London. So here's the thing about London. Go watch my most recent video. The thing about London is she paid 4 Reputation tracks in London. 4. I have it all written down because I was doing my research. So in London, the 4 Reputation tracks she played were King of My Heart, Endgame, I Did Something Bad, and Getaway Car. Prior to that in Warsaw, she had played New Year's Day. And prior to that in Munich, she played Call It What You Want. Which means over the course of those 3 shows, she played 6 Reputation tracks before she went on break. Okay? Then she goes on break. We opened Miami night 1, and her first surprise song is Tim McGraw. Y'all, like, let's be so for real. That's why she did it. 6 Reputation tracks. Break. Tim McGraw. Oh, London Didn't Hurt Me. Those songs were great. Those shows were incredible. There were surprise guests. There was a music video. You shouldn't be hurt if you went to London. Those were incredible shows. The Debutation thing is crazy. I finally just went ahead and made a playlist because I was like, it's not the first or the last time I'm going to talk about it. So I might as well just like put this out in one place. So now I have a dedicated space for it, but it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Any guesses for surprise guests? No, I don't think there's going to be any surprise guests. There was no surprise guests in Indy. Surprise guests don't go to every show. I think these last few shows are going to be Taylor. And I think that's way cool. Yeah, Kelsey, yep. Mentioned that in my video too. The Chiefs outfit, all black with the cowboy boots. Yeah. The next dates are next weekend in Toronto and then Vancouver. And then it's it. Sorry, a bunch of stuff came through and I missed them all at the same time. Thank you guys. That's so nice. Am I clowning for anything on December 13th? All of the things. I can't discern what's coming on 12/13, but I think something's coming on 12/13. You know? Something. I don't know what, but something. She's been pointing us to that date, for sure. And, like, that's just how Taylor is, right? Like, she's always like, oh, it's my birthday. Here, I want to give you something, you know? Someone made a theory about TS12 and it being called Daylight or something. Wasn't that what Lover was supposed to be called? I don't think she would reuse that. I think it's more reasonable if it's something Dreams related because we've been seeing that so much. So much. Toronto is next weekend. Hi, Stacy. Thank you. Thank you. I disagree. I think TS12 can come in fall of 2025. You might have missed this combo, but we were talking earlier. Taylor said when she announced Torture Poets in April that she had been working on it for 2 years. And we've since had 2 songs confirmed about Travis Kelce that made it on that album. 31 songs, 2 of them pulled out over the course of 2 years. 2 of them were within the last year, written in the last 6 months before she released Torture Poets, really, because she was so inspired by Travis. And she's said that she's really inspired when she's in love. So I think it's super feasible to know that in the last, I mean, like, let's say that she didn't turn in TTPD until April. I think it's feasible that in the last 7 months, she's created even more songs inspired by him and the relationship. Yeah. Because we're already seeing her Easter egg like a new aesthetic. Which is, again, we saw that before Torture Poets Department too. Like when she started making appearances and her style changed, like you can check my playlist. I was like, no, this is TS11. Back in like May of 2023, like a full year before she announced TTPD. So like, I think it's super possible that like these new outfits we're seeing her wear street style right now could potentially be for something that we won't even see for another year. It sounds fast too when I put it that way, but then again, like not really, you know? Don't you think the melody she plays prior to Champagne Problems is either a vault track or new? What? Pin 100%. Just like when the piano is playing a mysterious synth sound, and isn't that the first note to Fortnite? Didn't we confirm that was the very first note of Fortnite? So without a doubt, that little, whatever you want to call it, that she's playing in Champagne Problems now before she starts talking is something, for sure. For sure. No, I don't think Post Malone is coming now. And I think after all the confusion between Yawn and Post Malone, I think it's even funnier if he doesn't show. Cassie, Dream is very suspect. Thank you, Nick. Our Era's outfit reporter is here, guys. And they agree with me. Melancholy. Yeah, maybe. I like Dreams. We've seen that pop up so much. Yeah, Dreamscapes. Sabrina is a dream performer. This tour has been like a dream. We keep seeing it all the time. So it's something. Could I imagine Tree Paine at a Chiefs game? I love Tree Paine. If I saw Tree Paine at a Chiefs game, I would be like, please, can I talk to you for like 5 minutes? I just want to pick your brain. When do you decide to step in and lay the hammer down? What pushes you to that point? I want to know. What do you mean one of the surprise sundresses is named Tropical Dreams? Because to my knowledge, Mastermind is just naming. Fausto. I think he said, like, didn't he say, like, Sunrise Dream or something like that? Like, Taylor is my sunrise dream or something like that. Yeah, so that's not the name of it. That was just him, like, Fausto's an over poster. I've been following him for a while now. He's not in on anything. He just posts a lot and he really likes to stir the pot. And he is a chronic poster and he like is a fan. Aside from being a designer, like he's a fan of Taylor. So he's like constantly posting her outfits and like his descriptions of them. And he's like kind of feeding into the eggs and stuff. Like he loves it. He is a full-on fan. Yeah, so that's just what he does, guys. I don't know how else to tell you. He did this with the new outfits that debuted in Milan as well. So that's, yeah. I don't trust Fausto for Easter eggs because he's done this before. There are plenty of other legitimate Easter eggs we can look at, though, that do utilize dreams and those colors in a more significant way that is directly from Taylor. I have a question. Why can't we be happy with Taylor has already given us? I'm going to pin it. You guys can let him know. Oh, shoot, Annie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
That's okay.
Wait. I am so sorry. I don't know how to do it. Okay, wait.
Did you mean to do that? Can you hear me?
No, I don't. Okay, wait. Hold on. No, I didn't. I'm so sorry, Annie. I don't know what it did. It just like added you on there. I'm so sorry. Let me see. I was trying to pin this comment. There we go. This one. Why can't we be happy with what Taylor has already given us? I'm so sorry, Annie. I think that this is a little bit of projection. And I really would challenge this viewpoint particularly, because people Easter egging or reading into Easter egging or theorizing does not mean that we're not happy with what we have currently. In fact, it means quite the opposite, that we are so overjoyed and happy with what we have that we can't wait for the next thing. This is how it's always been with Taylor. She Easter eggs things years and years in advance. One of my favorite freaking Easter eggs is Taylor during the Red era wearing a blue t-shirt that says "Shake It Off." She was Easter egging 1989 during the Red era. And, quite literal proof in front of us that Taylor Easter eggs years in advance. It does not mean that nobody was happy with the Red album. It just means that Taylor was Easter egging for the next thing. And so she wanted us to see that. That's 1,000,000% what's happening right now. And Taylor's actually been quoted as saying that when she puts an album out, she's already moved on to the next project. She was in Torture Poets Department for 2 years. We've had it. Like she's already working on the next thing. She's a creative person. This project is complete for her. You know? She's acknowledged our theories too and enjoys them. Correct. Right. It's not like we're asking her to work more. She's already finished them. And she says that the vault tracks are fire. Like they exist. Like we know they exist. It's not a matter of if they're coming. It's a matter of when she puts them out, you know? And Taylor has always utilized Easter eggs. Always. Right. It's not like we're throwing a fit when things happen. I know, seriously. I did get a couple of comments on my Instagram page. People just honestly being really nasty about Indianapolis not getting an announcement or anything. And it was just, honestly, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I look really tired. Sorry, guys. I just have to take these off because I'm getting a headache. Do I think her dancers will stay with her for her next tour? So from what I understand with the dancers is if they were already on tour with her, they get primary, like they get asked to audition or like re-sign first. But from what I understand, it's up to the dancer to choose. Like, because again, we don't really know when the next tour will be or if there even is going to be another tour, right? So like, just think of it this way, right? Like, yeah, first dibs. Like, if she's like, hey, I'm doing a tour and it's going to start in 3 years, do you want to sign on? Like, I don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're thinking of starting a family. Maybe you signed on with a different artist tour or something like that. Like, it's just hard to know. So from what I understand, if they've danced with her previously, they get like first dibs, but I don't know if they will be able to repeat like all of them. Yeah, sometimes they get other jobs in the meantime. And then like, I know too, a lot of them try to like build their careers because they're artists, right? A lot of them are not just dancers. They might also be actors or singers. So yeah, they could pursue other avenues now that they have more of a platform and like more steady income to pursue those other avenues, right? Like it's really cool. Pamela, I'm tired of people whining about not getting tickets after they waited till the last minute. I think that's part of, what a lot of people don't understand is like, I've been lucky enough to go to a few Eras Tour shows, and it's not because it was a last minute choice. It's because I've been planning and saving my money for the greater part of like 2.5 years now. And I've been kind of like working at paying these things down and like being able to go and doing different things. I'm really glad you feel safe here. That's really important to me. So thank you. I think that misconception that like anyone's doing anything wrong by going to multiple shows or anything like that is really tough for me to like crack right now. I did a lot of work. I worked really hard. Yeah, Annie, my mom had the best time. I got a couple videos of her like dancing and like just having a blast. Like she cried a lot. I cried a lot. I had therapy earlier today and I was like, my mom went to the Eras Tour with me and I like had to cry a little bit, but it was fun. It was worth it. Yeah, it was just, yeah, it was everything. I think the sucky thing about tickets is that it's not a quantity issue. There's empty seats at every single show. It's that they priced out. It's that resellers have priced out normal people from attending these shows. And so if you don't have 14 months to scour resale sites and plan your trip, you either have to pay these enormous resale fees or be content with maybe not going. And that's what sucks. That's truly what sucks. It is, the tickets are there. The tickets are there. They exist. People are selling their ticket. It's just that they're trying to sell them for thousands of freaking dollars. It sucks. I got tickets to Capital One fan sale and was shocked to see so many tickets open. Yeah. They exist. They're there. When I was in London every single night, and again, I got to go to 3 nights in London. I was very, 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 very lucky. But there was this section in London each night, and it's important that I say this. All 3 nights in London, the 100 level, the 200 level, and the 300 level, almost entirely empty. Of this one, I think it was like K section, 100 level, 200, and 300 level was mostly empty. And it was, I got on Viagogo and I looked and all of them were the ones that were on resale sites. It was like they literally just allowed a bot to purchase up that entire K section or whatever and then the few people sprinkled in there were the people that actually bought them off resale. Sucks. Totally sucks. Yeah. It's so sad. It was honestly, it was disgusting. I was there with my friend Courtney and I was like, that's gross. The whole front row around one side of the stadium, the whole front row was empty. Entire front row, 100 level. Shane, I've actually talked about this. I have a video on why Taylor can't create a ticketing company. We have kind of screwed the pooch. When we allowed Ticketmaster and Live Nation to merge, they hold ticket access to almost all of the NFL stadiums in our country. I think 29 out of 32 NFL stadiums utilize Ticketmaster. Only Ticketmaster. So at this point, the only venues large enough to hold a Taylor Swift concert are NFL stadiums. So if Taylor wants to play in the States in an NFL stadium, she has to use Ticketmaster. That's the way they set it up. Yeah, Commanders is SeatGeek. I think the ones in Glendale are SeatGeek, and there's like a handful and that's it. I fact checked all of this on a video. You guys can check it out. But it's true. It's a Ticketmaster thing. No, the stadiums can't add a new purchaser because the stadiums are contracted with Live Nation, and Live Nation is owned by Ticketmaster. So if you want to go to any event, Monster Jam at Arrowhead, a Chiefs game, all of your tickets are sold through Ticketmaster. They've set it up that way. You guys can easily Google this and fact check it. It's true. You are not selling tickets in my comment section. I know you're not. I don't think college stadiums are partnered with Ticketmaster, but I've never been to a college stadium that actually looks like it has security set up the way that she would need, to be honest with you. Yay! You're going to the Eras Tour. That's so exciting. In Toronto. I love that for you. Hoping they put those into law. European laws in place. I know. I think the transfer for the last, like, holding off on transfers until like 3 days before the show helped at first for Miami. But now, like, I don't think it's helping. It hasn't helped. It didn't help for New Orleans, and it surely didn't help for Indianapolis. So they can do more. They just don't want to, but they can. Yeah, Christina, I would be curious when she played Ohio State Stadium because I'm betting it was probably at least 10 years ago, which is just an entirely different level of fame and also just like security. Am I going to watch Thursday Night Football? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah. You should Google what time Sunday's game is, and it will give you the time conversion in your local time. Tonight is the Ravens and who else? It's the Ravens and I can't remember. Bengals. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I was like, we were just talking about this. How did it feel getting Karma as the guy on the Chiefs? So nice. Because I also like last minute changed what I was wearing to that show to the Chiefs jersey. Right? And so I was like, okay, Travis is here. I got that notification during the show. I was like, oh my gosh, Travis is here. And then she came out wearing the 1989 fit and I was like, Travis is here. And then like when I got home, I realized like, okay, if that was Travis's last show, which now after seeing him speak on New Heights, it seems like it was his last show. I was there in the audience for Travis's first show and Travis's last show. It's perfect. It's perfect. Did I watch Grotesquerie? No, I can't. I know what I'm capable of. I'm not capable of that. I heard he did great, and I love it. Support all day long. It's not for me. It is just not for me. I think it's way too soon to guess surprise songs for Toronto night 2. We have to know what she's going to do for night 1. And then go from there. If you are trying to manifest something, pop them in the chat and we'll see what we can do. But I am bad enough at guessing what's happening next show, let alone 2 shows away. Crazy. Is Taylor going to the EMAs? I think that's Sunday. I'm not sure, but I think she'll go to the Chiefs game, but I don't know. We'll see. I kind of think we'll get You're on Your Own Kid and Long Live at the last Vancouver show. Cause like obviously, but other than that, I have no idea. No idea. After Soror is over, do you still see Taylor not going to away games? I kind of think she's gonna go to away games. There's an away game in Cleveland that I think she'll probably go to. From what I understand, she was supposed to go to Atlanta and then it got leaked. And they were like, no. You're going to the game in Cleveland. That's so exciting. Yeah, I think there's a solid chance Taylor could go to that game because it's Travis Kelce's, like, it's his hometown, you know? And it's right around her birthday, actually. I think it's the 15th, isn't it? The Cleveland game is December 15th. Let's confirm real fast. I think so. December 15th is a Sunday. Yeah, I think that's right. So it's like her birthday. And it'll be in Travis's hometown. I would expect her to be in Cleveland that day. Unless something else happens, of course. But yeah, Taylor store. You're in a Cleveland, Kansas City game. I love that. I'm going to the Denver game this weekend. Cleveland doesn't deserve a new stadium. I have beef with the Cleveland organization. Yeah. Sorry if you're a fan, but I couldn't be a fan. It could not be me. Is Sunday going to be a tough game for the Chiefs or no? Listen, here's the thing. I always say that, like, when it comes to the NFL, any team could beat any other team on a random Wednesday. Like, hi, Courtney. So it could happen. I also have always said the Chiefs, and like, I'm going to knock on wood right now. They always lose a stupid game. A game they have no business losing. Zero business. Somehow they lose it. And somehow they learn from it and just kick ass after that point. So, like, I'm sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't think we're going to go to the Super Bowl undefeated. I don't know if there's ever been an NFL team win the Super Bowl undefeated. So that would be a hell of a thing to happen. That being said, I like the Chiefs' odds going into Sunday's game. Like, are the Broncos a phenomenal team? No, they're not who I would expect the Chiefs to lose to. But again, it could happen. You just never know. You just never know. How much do you usually pay for Chiefs games tickets? So it really depends on where you sit, the time of year, and who's reselling them. So like, if you look on StubHub right now, like they're probably pretty close to face value, which is going to depend on which level you sit on and which section. If you're trying to sit in front of Taylor, you're going to pay like $700 a ticket minimum. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm so excited to go Sunday, Court. I can't wait. I can't wait. But like on Monday for the Monday Night Football game, because it was a little bit rainy, I could buy tickets day of for $60. And I know that's cheaper than face value. Love you, Court. So it really just depends. Like with Hi Amanda, with Chiefs games, sometimes the weather is going to play like a really huge play too. If you're like hoping to go to a game in the future, what I would recommend is just kind of like intermittently, maybe a couple times a week, check the ticket prices and check like the weather and what all that's doing. So you can kind of track and gauge what's a good price and what you're comfortable spending. Because you can find super cheap tickets, like I said, for $60, or you could pay a whole lot of money. It really just depends on what you're comfortable with. I would just start watching so you can like, gauge what's right for you. Hi, Vaughn. How are you? Somewhere around the sidelines, not in either end zone. Yeah, if you want like a perfect view, sideline's going to be great. I've sat end zone before and I still have a really good time because they utilize the screens really well. And in Arrowhead, it's like, Courtney can vouch. We were pretty much end zone when she came in September, but Arrowhead's an environment, So, it's more about just like being there and like with the collective. And yeah, there's no bad seat at Arrowhead. It's awesome. It is awesome. I live on the Missouri side. First time Chiefs game, have fun. Do your research on parking. Decide if you want to tailgate and if you want to tailgate where. So there's a couple different options when it comes to tailgating. You can tailgate on your own, bring your own items and do it that way. You can go to the fan tailgate, which is in the Ford lot. It's right between Kaufman and Arrowhead, smack dab in the middle. Very easy to find. That one's going to be fun. I always go to that one. They have food trucks. They have the Chiefs cheerleaders go and they dance. They have a DJ there. It's cute. It's fun. Or you can go to the public Lot J tailgate. Lot J tailgate is just a bunch of fans that get all together and host a tailgate. And it's free to go. A lot of them will ask you to like Venmo them for food and stuff because they make so much and like obviously. But you can go and just enjoy in Lot J. So there's a couple different options as far as tailgating, but you just kind of have to decide what works best for you. People will be at Arrowhead at like 7 a.m. every day. There's a game to tailgate. So like you never have to worry about people not being there. Red parking is where everyone parks. Red parking is just general parking. But what you're going to want to do, Kelsey, is look at a map. Note your exits, where you're going to want to tailgate, and then try to enter the right way in the stadium because there's a lot of different ways to enter. Avoid Lot L. At all costs, avoid Lot L. There is a walking bridge that clogs up everything. Avoid that lot like the plague. Everywhere else is fine. Literally everywhere else is fine. Just avoid Lot L. It's the worst. What exactly is tailgating? It is The term happened because people would put the tailgate down on a truck and sit and drink and barbecue. That's what it is. People put tents up, people have like whole spreads, people get buses, and they park in the parking lots and they cook and they eat and they dance and listen to music and party before you go inside. It's a lot of fun. It is a serious business in Kansas City. You will see people like doing a lot. They will do the most. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And like, the thing that I've noticed is like with Chiefs fans anyways, as long as you're just like, even if you're like a fan of the opposing team, as long as you're like kind and you're not like being a jerk or trying to antagonize people, you're going to have a good time. For instance, like my husband's a Broncos fan. He always has been. Guys, just feel sorry for him. It's fine. That's why I'm going on Sunday, because I got him tickets for his birthday. And he's never had a hard time at Arrowhead. One of the games that we went to, actually, we were sitting right behind a couple season ticket holders. And they turned around when we sat down and they like shook his hand and mine too. And they were like, we cheer for every team when they score. Like, it's an environment here. We want everyone to have a good time and we want everyone to enjoy Arrowhead. And they really did. Every time the Broncos would score, they turned around and they were like, hey, good job. And they like high-fived my husband. They were rooting for the Chiefs, of course. Like, you know what I mean? But they were still like very welcoming. Suggestions on way to stay near Arrowhead. Don't stay near Arrowhead is my suggestion. It is worth it to rent a car and drive in. Yeah. Anyone who's been to Arrowhead, I think, can probably vouch. Just don't. You're welcome. Can confirm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi. Oops, I got the puzzle piece. Hold on, I gotta prove that I'm not a robot. There we go. Hard pass, right, Lindsay? It's a no. It's a no. The real experts, that's so funny. I will say, so here's the thing. The thing that chaps my hide really bad. Yeah, someone just asked, how does Uber and Lyft work at Arrowhead Stadium? It doesn't. That's what I'm about to segue into. It chaps my hide that you basically have to drive a car to Arrowhead. It is almost 100% car dependent. You can risk someone picking you up or you can risk going for an Uber, but you're probably going to wait hours. It doesn't. Or if you're not waiting hours, you're going to be walking in the dark on an unlit path. On an unlit path, no traffic walks, no sidewalk, to a pickup point and risk it. Don't do it. You basically just have to drive and then wait. You have to wait to get out. And here's what makes me even more angry is that people will tell you that's normal. Every stadium's like that. I've been to a lot of stadiums. I've been lucky enough to be to a lot of stadiums. Most recently, I went to Lucas Oil in Indianapolis and Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. It took me 10 minutes to get out of Caesar Superdome. We had parking right next to the dome. It took us longer to walk from our seats to our car than it did to get in the car back to our Airbnb. Crazy. Same thing in Indianapolis. In Indianapolis, there was parking downtown. You just choose what lot is best for you. You walk to the lot. Our hotel was 20 minutes from Lucas Oil. An hour after the concert ended, we were back in our hotel room, food in hand. So we'd be like the 30 minutes to drive home or however long it took plus getting food. Like that's how long it was great. Arrowhead is so bad logistically for parking. How early should we try to get there for parking for the noon game? I wouldn't worry about that. I would worry there will be parking. You're not going to run out of parking at Arrowhead. Okay. I wouldn't worry about that. What I would worry is just going, hi, Ty. I love you. How are you? You're not going to run out of parking at Arrowhead. There will be a place for you to park. What I would just be mostly worried about is going to the wrong entrance or exit or anything. If you're trying to show up like an hour before game time, you're probably going to have a hard time. I usually like for the noon game, I'll probably show up around 10 and you'll have plenty of time. That gives you time to tailgate, get some food, relax, hang before you go inside. So like I'm probably going to show up around 10 and there will be plenty of parking. However, people will be there at like 5 a.m. So if you want to go earlier, go early. You know, Sarah, I don't know if SoFi would be as bad because yes, LA is wild, but aren't they utilizing public transport in SoFi? And like, again, isn't there like a designated, Uber Lyft spot? Like that's the thing is that like Arrowhead is the stadium and then there's the grounds around it that are all fenced in and I'm for miles. So even to get to a pickup spot or Uber Lyft or something, you have to walk off the grounds of Arrowhead, which is just completely unsafe. It's completely unsafe. You went to Chiefs game at SoFi, got there so early and still bad traffic. That sucks. That sucks. I did hear Miami was a nightmare. I think that's the way that they set it up, though. It's like they did a bad job. A cool thing I liked about Lucas Oil in Indianapolis is that the city, like the stadium, is on its lot in downtown. And there's an official lot attached to it, or there's private parking lots around that you can park. That makes sense to me. I don't think there's any reason for your stadium to be in the middle of a huge plot of land that no one can get in or access. At Arrowhead, after they let people out, basically all the ways in flip and they become ways out and you can't get back in. It's insane. Insane. An hour-long walk to get to Lyft and Ubers. I'm so sorry. I believe that, sadly. That's awful. My favorite outfit that I wore to Aerostore was probably that berry dress. I'll find another place to wear it again. It was pretty. I feel like I've just been like yapping nonstop. Oh no, you went the wrong way in Miami. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That really sucks. An Eras blazer? I love that. That's fun. Favorite Chief shopping spot? I'm bad with those kind of recommendations. I shop a lot online. There's like, if you're wanting to go in town, and honestly, it depends where you stay in Kansas City, right? Like if you're staying in the Northland, I know a couple places I go to, but if you're staying in Blue Springs or Overland Park, it's totally not feasible for you to drive up there to go, It just depends. It just depends. Yeah. Did the indoor arenas run hot or cold? Trying to have a plan for Vancouver. I remember sitting down and being a little bit chilly at first in Indianapolis, but as the show went on and as people, of course, were dancing and just the temperature in the place got up, it was fine. I didn't ever really feel chilly or anything like that. Yeah. In fact, I enjoyed it. Because I saw it, obviously Arrowhead was outside, like in the heat of summer. It was nice, but I prefer the indoor because the lights were super, super bright. Yeah, it was comfortable. I agree. It was comfortable. And I pretty much always run cold. So the fact that I was like a little bit chilly before the show starts is like standard fare. Honestly, like it's just normal at this point. Country Club Plaza. The plaza's fine. I'm not gonna go out of my way to shop at the plaza, but like there's some restaurants on the plaza that are great, that are fun. Personally, if I was visiting Kansas City, I would go to Union Station and I would go to the Nelson Atkins Museum. Both are free. Nelson Atkins Museum is an art museum. They usually have like rotating exhibits and stuff. Union Station is the best. I love Union Station. They usually there's a rally house inside Union Station, which is nice because you can get some Chiefs gear there. There's a couple of restaurants inside Union Station. Plus it's just beautiful and it will take you into downtown Kansas City. They always uplight it. They always uplight it red for the Chiefs. Yeah, it's right around the corner from Crown Center. So you can do shopping in Crown Center if you want to as well. And it's right across the street from the World War II Museum, which is a really good thing to do as well if you're sightseeing and like being a tourist. There's also just like a lot of public transport down there. So like you can get over to like Westport easy or Town Topic or wherever you're trying to go. It's super easy. So like if I was visiting from out of town, I would go to Union Station and I would look out things at Union Station that you want to see. And then maybe Nelson Atkins if that's not too far out of your way. But it can be kind of out of the way depending on where you are staying. Me and Courtney met through TikTok. We both got invited to go to a creators event in South Carolina. And I think she was following me and she came in my live and was just like chatting with me. And I was like, oh, I really like her. And I followed her back. And then I found out that she was going to South Carolina. And so I reached out and I don't remember how it happened. We somehow exchanged numbers and just started talking. And after we like got more comfortable with each other, we were like, oh, we should share an Airbnb in South Carolina. And then we were just like friends. The register for Vancouver? What do you mean? Thank you for the follows, you guys. That's so nice. I appreciate it. Okay. Hold, please. I'll go look. On whose website? On the tour website? Thanks for the follows, you guys. That is so nice. I think the Reputation's coming first. She's been egging Rep first and then Debut immediately after. Mine is not sticky. Mine is cute. I like it. I love this. Okay, Taylor Swift. Her website or the tour website, Travis? Not Lover Bodysuit, just Taylor Swift. Why did it autofill Lover Bodysuit? Her website. All right. Nope. Let's see. Tour dates. International dates. It says registration has ended. Yeah, it says registration has ended when you click it. So it's just because the show hasn't happened yet. Yeah, can't do anything. Good try though. We tried. I always look and I always register because like, if the time comes and I can buy tickets at face value, even if I can't go, I can resell them to another Swiftie at face value, right? And like people tend to trust me because I have a little bit of a following on TikTok. So like if I can help get good tickets in an actual Swifties hand, I'm going to do it. So I always register for the things, and you know what I mean? I like sign up for the emails and all the things, even if I can't go. So I tried, but hey, we try, you know? I think we will get a documentary. I think she's Easter egging it at this point. I think some people were able to register for multiple cities. I didn't. I was only ever able to register for Kansas City. So I don't know, but I think some people might have been able to. Not me. Are we clowning anything for Toronto? I'm not really. No, I'm not really clowning for anything until her birthday, which still would be awesome. Could you hear it? I don't even think it popped, did it? I don't think it popped. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, I think that he'll without a doubt be in the doc, right? Like, for sure. Oh, my bad. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I mean, I think we're getting a documentary. I think she's been pretty clear. I think all of I Can Do It With a Broken Heart was that music video was an Easter egg for a documentary. Yeah. Yeah. I think without a doubt. She's talking about like cinematic universes and cinematic something else. I can't remember, but I think there's a documentary for sure. Hi, Dominic. Correct, Caitlin. Yeah, for sure. Especially because he was in that documentary. And it just makes sense for Travis to be in one, doesn't it? Like, just makes sense. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. That's so nice. I think Dreams is TS12. I think all the dream stuff is TS12. Happiness, fun, magic, dreams. I think that's all TS12. Glitter gel pen. You know? Yeah, Eras is how they met. Listen, Argentina 11/11, Travis's first show. I was like, there's a camera there. You can see it. Again, I probably have it on a playlist somewhere, but I was like, that is a camera crew. Right there. Filming them when she ran up to him and hugged him. It was right there. I'm just saying. You don't understand the pens. Okay, so Taylor has said she writes her song using 3 different pens. There's a quill pen, a fountain pen, or a glitter gel pen. And so once upon a time, she and Taylor Nation made playlists of like glitter gel pen songs and fountain pen songs and quill pen songs. And glitter gel pen were just like fun and just like full of love and like, that's glitter gel pen. The quill pens was like the folklore. Yeah. I think most of her work is a fountain pen, right? But like, yes, like So High School is a glitter gel pen, totally, without a doubt. Like London Boy, glitter gel pen. I love London Boy, by the way. Well, no documentary albums until next year. I mean, there's only a month left in this year, so I think that's probably a valid assumption. Taylor hasn't really announced a album with less than 8 weeks time in a while. So I think like even if she announced today, if it was in 8 weeks, then that already puts us in 2025. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think we're seeing anything come this year, but I think that if anything we see, it's going to be announcements for sure. Yeah, I think So High School could be the next single for sure. Totally possible. I've seen that floating around a lot. Oh, sidebar. I also upload all of my, the reason I don't have any music playing is because I upload all my lives on YouTube afterwards. So if you miss some of it, like I usually post on my story, like my live is posted on YouTube now and you can like watch it, if you want to, but just thought I'd toss that out there. I do have a YouTube and an Instagram. It's all linked in my, you know where to go. How many songs usually become singles from an album? It depends. With Taylor, usually that lucky number is around like 4 to 5, but she's done more and she's done less. So, and then having a single doesn't necessarily mean we'll get a music video. Like we didn't get a music video from 1989 TV, you know? It's just is like, you know? So singles before the album is strictly just called a lead single. The lead single is what comes out before your albums come out. Taylor used to do that. Like with Red, I think it was it We Are Never Getting Back Together was the lead single. After the album comes out, it's just like singles. So like Taylor, yeah, Me, that's a really great example. Me was the lead single from Lover. It came out before the album. It got a video and everything like that. But You Need to Calm Down was also a single from Lover. And it got a music video and it got the whole treatment. So it just is a single just basically means it's being pushed to radio. In a lot of cases, the single will also get a music video, but not always. Yeah. It basically just means that she's pushing it to radio. So if we get So High School as a single, that's cool because in Taylor's world, that means that we could see So High School merch. We could see special like acoustic versions, maybe something, or we could see a music video. That's why people are like excited about the possibility of So High School being a single, but like ultimately it doesn't mean anything. Not really. It just means it's being pushed to radio. I disagree. So Vanessa said, I think everybody not liking Me made her not want to do singles before the album. I think what made her change is just strictly the pandemic. She surprise dropped Folklore, so there wouldn't have been a lead single. And then Evermore was the same. And then suddenly we're at Midnights, right? And it's like, okay, what do you do, right? Her gatekeeping really actually helped her, I think, because it just kind of like, she's at a point where her career in that she doesn't need to leave like trail of breadcrumbs for people to be interested in what she's doing. She can just release it and slap her name on it and we'll eat it up because we love her. So like, yeah, I mean, like with Folklore and Evermore both kind of like being surprises and doing so well, it doesn't surprise me that she's kind of kept that up when Midnights came around and then eventually Torture Poets, because it worked for her, you know? Totally worked. And it actually allowed her to keep the concept of the album a little bit more of a surprise. We didn't know what Midnights would sound like until midnight on October 21st. We didn't know what Torture Poets was going to sound like until midnight on April 19th, you know? So it kind of helps her keep the vibes on the down low. Midnight's Mayhem with me was the best. The very best. And you know what, guys? On that, I think I'm going to go. I've got a couple things I need to do. And yeah, I'm just going to head out for the day. But I will get this uploaded on YouTube. Hopefully in the next, like, hour or so. It really just depends on how long it takes TikTok to download, because it's the worst. Yeah, and then, like, you know, if you want, like, shoot me a follow. I'm a pretty nice girl, I think. And yeah, we'll be sure to chat here too. Oh, I've got, let me think, a couple Chiefs videos I'll be posting this week. And then of course pregame. I'll probably post Chiefs pregame on Saturday because the game is going to be Sunday and I'll be up early for it. So, yeah, thank you guys. I love you. Okay, bye.